Today we are going to be making Cinnamon Swirl Protein Bread. You are going to need 2 cups of quick oats. You're going to need 2 cups of vanilla protein powder, whey is best. You're going to need 1 cup of Greek yogurt. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 2 eggs. And that's it. That's all we're going to need. Let's get started. So guys, as you can see, I have my little Vitamix here, and what we're going to be doing with our quick oats is blending them up. Now, if you don't have a Vitamix, don't worry, you can use any kind of blender. It doesn't have to be done perfectly. You're just going to wind up with a little more texture in your bread, and that's not a bad thing because that nice texture is part of what makes us feel really full. I really love this recipe, and I think you're going to love it too, because sometimes you want your protein in the morning when you leave the house, but having a little bit of cinnamon bread is the perfect thing to go along with your coffee. You can toast it, and really look at our ingredients. We've got protein powder, we've got some oats, which are great for you and high in fiber, and we've got Greek yogurt and some eggs. So it couldn't be a healthier, better recipe for a sleeper. All right, now you know me, I like to do things the easy way. So we're gonna dump our quick oats into my Vitamix and blend them. If you don't have a Vitamix, don't worry, just use a regular blender. It doesn't have to be perfect. So we've got our 2 cups of quick oats, and these are so great. There's been quite a few studies done on quick oats that show that it increases satiety. It keeps you nice and full for a really nice long period of time. So it's a great ingredient to put in instead of flour. So we've got our 2 cups in here. We're just gonna put the lid on and we're gonna pulse this for a few seconds. Shake that a little bit and give it one more quick blend. And that's it, we're done. So now we're gonna take our oats and we're gonna dump those into our bowl. And we're gonna mix up our dry ingredients. And just to keep our cooking area clean here, I'm gonna move the Vitamix out of the way. Okay, so I'm just gonna break up any little pieces that are kind of sticking together with our oats here. And now I'm gonna add in 2 cups of protein powder. So we have vanilla protein powder in this recipe. And the reason why we're using, even though it's a bread, the reason why we're using the vanilla protein powder is it gives it that little bit of sweetness and that vanilla taste that'll mix really nicely when we do add our cinnamon swirl. So mix that up, and then we're gonna add right now our baking powder. Get that all in, and that was a tablespoon of baking powder. And now that we have this mixed nice and evenly, as you can see, it's all nice, one consistency, one color. We are gonna add our eggs and we're gonna add our Greek yogurt. And our 2 eggs are going in. And our cup of Greek yogurt. Make sure we get all of it. Greek yogurt is so great to bake with. It's really like a replacement for butter in a recipe. And it helps make everything nice and moist for us. So we're gonna mix this up nice and really well, and then we're going to reserve about 1/3 of our recipe, and that's what we're gonna add our cinnamon flavoring to. We're gonna keep that reserved on its own so that when we mix it in at the last minute in our pan, we can make a really beautiful swirl. If you find the consistency is a little bit dry, you can go ahead and add a little bit of water. I would start out with about 1/4 cup at the most of water to the recipe. Now once you have it nice and smooth, look at that, we're going to take about 1/4 of this recipe and we're going to put it over here and add our cinnamon to it. Now we're going to add our cinnamon to our reserved batter. Oh, it smells so good. And mix that all in. And it should give this beautiful cinnamon smell and flavor. And you're mixing it in with the vanilla taste. It's going to be beautiful when it cooks all the way through. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just get it mixed up really nicely. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so we're gonna pour all of our vanilla batter, our bread batter into our pan. And just go ahead and pour that all in. Oh, that looks so good. There we go. And now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna scoop out a little bit just in the middle, so the middle's a little bit lower than your edges, almost like a little hole in the middle. And then we're gonna take the remaining batter that has the cinnamon in it, and we're gonna dump that right in the middle. I'll show you what that looks like. Just like that, right in the middle. And now we're gonna take a knife, and we're gonna use this to make our swirls. So we're just gonna go right in here like this. I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't have to be super fancy, but you can swirl it around and it's gonna make a really pretty swirl pattern. Look at that, beautiful. And now we're gonna bake this at 350 degrees for 30 minutes and pull it out of the oven. Look at this out of the oven. This is our Cinnamon Swirl Protein Bread, and it smells unbelievably delicious. Can you believe that this is healthy? Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. Let's get a bite so that we can see how it tastes. I am gonna slice a little piece off right now. Cut that off. Mmm. This is really good. You guys are gonna love this. What a great treat. If you like this recipe, click like below, subscribe. I would love to hear your comments. If you have your own variation or you've tried it out, let me know how it turned out. This is so good, you guys. Cinnamon Swirl Protein Bread. It doesn't get better than this. Bye, guys.